there, welcome to the Folklore of the Earth with me, Emily Webster and Derek Chapman. So today I want to talk about the energies coming in right now and how that affects the Earth. How does it affect the fertility of the Earth, the healing of the Earth? There's so many different narratives going on about what's happening right now in the Earth, and I'd love to share a little bit about what we've experienced and been shown through our channelings of the ancient Babylonian gods recently, just to name that, the Enke, Ishtar, and we were shown this as an entry point into the Earth and to the consciousness of the Earth. And it's so surprising where we were shown to work recently, which is actually a war zone, right? Do you want to share a little bit about what we have seen? Okay, Derek, do you want to share a little bit about what we've experienced?
As we said, it's in a war zone, so it's in Iran and Iraq, actually. And I was told a long time ago that there was gateways there, and there was gateways there. And I said this to Emily, and we were just discussing this gateways and what was going to come through this gateways. And we were just discussing about it, and then things came up, and
through the telephone wire, right?
Yeah, well, it was a telephone wire. That's right. We were on the phone, and somebody was trying to get in touch with us, and it was really weird. And then we found out that it was Enke. And then we got to talk. Well, Emily, it was you that more or less talked to him more than I did. And this Enke came across, and he was well, I'm not. He was from the Anunnaki, which goes back a long, long time ago. And he was speaking about this wormholes, if you want to call them that, whatever you want to, gateways, whatever you want to call them, because they're all the same, basically. And he was talking about that, and he was also talking about the Garden of Eden, which was really, really interesting. And
can I just come in there and share a little bit?
You come in, yeah.
So prior to that, I'd had a message through from the goddess Mother Earth, and she was sharing that the codes of fertility, abundance, and infinite fertility was coming through. And the way that she showed that was I was seeing kind of like this flow of energy coming up through the earth, and I could see women just handing infinite amounts of food around, and it was just like this huge celebration of energy. And it felt, and I have other friends as well who had tuned into similar energies, and I was told very specifically this is the Garden of Eden returning. And one of the reasons I want to make this video is to share with those who have connected with me while these messages have been coming through, to really come to a shared understanding about what's happening. So I'm just going to mention in the same space that then I was told that there would be a council of trees that would be coming forward to join us. Very often Derek and I are part of the galactic councils, different galactic councils with the goddess, and that's all been work around connecting the earth in with the cosmos in divine order to connect in a way which is correct. And so what's happening now is that these energies are coming through, and there is the council of trees coming through to ground the energies in. Their branches literally reach up into the cosmos, the energies channel them down and bring them down to the roots. And that was the message coming through to really communicate that through to the earth, that there is a new codes are coming through from Venus of fertility for the earth of infinite abundance. And it really, really strikes me that we're bringing those codes into the site of war. Why is war created? It's created through scarcity, right?
That's right.
So hand over to Dan.
Yeah. When we started this work, we were sitting in a different council again, and this council was many other energies came in, and the trees came in, as he said, and this was very important. What I saw was there was like a huge big cross, and in the center of the cross was the universe, and round about in the center was this beings that had a face. Yeah, I saw them as a face, but they also had branches as hair. So I knew they were trees, and I could see them sitting in the council as well. And what they are doing is they're connecting into the earth with our roots, as we always said, and we've said this in the past videos, about how important trees are to the energies of the earth, and also the branches connect into the cosmos. So they were started to take down this energy and connecting it into the earth and connecting it from the cosmos. And the trees and the actual body of the tree was pulling the energy in and pulling the energy up. So they were circulating the energy around. Now, the cross is to do with Christ energy. We always work with Christ energy. I've always worked with Christ energy all the time that I've been doing this work. It would be in Christ energy, and that's how they show that it's Christ energy, by a cross or by energies of the light coming through as well. And the Christ energy light, in my eyes, is totally different from any other kind of light I see. It's like the divine light. And it's very important for us at the moment because it's for humanity. Christ energy is for humanity, but it's also needing to moving on and pulling us forward into a new being and a new way of life. And this is what we are doing.
Thank you, Derek. Can I come in?
Yes, that's why I'm stopped.
I said we were going to have a conversation, and so just going like this. I just want to say that what's coming through is people think, or what's coming through is like sometimes there is the perception that the trees, the earth, the plants are somehow not part of the cosmos, not part of kind of the angelic realm or the galactic realm, and think that it's part of a very earthly realm. But I'm just being reminded to share that, like, some of the very, very early work we did when we were setting up the energetic connection between the earth and the cosmos, particularly working with the planet Venus.
Yes.
And so Ishtar left the Babylonian communities so long ago, and has been residing in Venus, and she's coming through now to bring the fertility back to the earth. And why am I so connected with ancestral healing and the earth? Because she's the god known as the Queen of Heaven and the goddess of fertility for Babylon. And we've been very strongly guided to bring back these energies of the Garden of Eden to this site, and not to consider that if people who work, for example, I began working with the gnomes, I began working with trees. That was my entry point. And I think many people at the time considered that's kind of like base level kind of spiritual structure stuff. Whereas if you were in the angelic realm, it'd be very different. But if you connect with dragons and trees, the energy is very different because the tree is the vortex. The tree is the pathway from from heaven to earth.
Yes.
The energy that channels through trees is so, so important. So anyone who, and I'm speaking to like my tree people right now, anyone who works with trees and it connects with trees, I've got many dear friends that we kind of, oh, that's my tree friend, and kind of like do a lot of connecting. And there's more to that that's coming. Like if you're working close with me, I'm going to do more of that. That's not something that stopped. It's like it's deepening. Notice how the energy has shifted. Notice how the trees that you were connecting with are feeling more angelic, more galactic. Okay. And don't be surprised if you have that energy when you're with them. I really want to share that that's what's happening now. That's what you may be feeling. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Oh, but makes a lot of sense to me. The energies of the earth, and I do a lot of work on the energies of the earth and ley lines and everything. And the trees put their energy into this, and they get their energy up from the ley lines. And then, as I said, it comes up in the trunk. And some trees speak to you more than some of the other trees. Some trees, they're really communicated, and they communicate with you quite a lot. That's what I found. And some of them don't really want to communicate with you, but that's okay. That's fine because they're just different, like people, like us. We're all different. And the cosmos this energy coming down from the cosmos is very, very important for everything in this earth. And Mother Nature has a huge, huge role to play in this. And this comes back to the goddess of the earth, but we'll be speaking about later on with Emily because she's very well associated with the goddess and the earth. And she connects in with the goddess. And this just now, when all the trees are all just coming out and they're all beautiful leaves coming out and they're getting ready for summer, uh, making their just making the world a better place, basically. That's what I feel. They're just so beautiful just now. I just love the trees just now. But I also love the trees in the autumn when the leaves start falling too, and when the leaves have done their duty, done what they needed to do. And of course, the energies all come through the trees and the leaves and the light and feeds the tree. And of course it does, but the tree also feeds from the earth. And this is why it's so important for trees to be in this world. And and as you say, Emily, you've got a lot of people that likes trees, that loves trees, and then tree huggers, as they call them. And yeah, I go and I hug a tree. I put my back to the tree, and it speaks to me. And it's very important, Emily. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
absolutely. So what the goddess is really wanting to share at the moment about the trees, about the energies of the cosmos that are happening, is that for so long she was disconnected, and there was like a disconnect between heaven and earth. And I think in previous videos we've discussed kind of the effect that that has actually had on souls when they die.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
and so this is bringing back heaven. This shift in energy is like, this is really knowing the sovereignty of the soul, where that's going. The other thing is that many people, they may have had like previous guides or previous allies that they worked with, and really everybody is being plugged in to source now. Not so long ago, I was speaking to a psychic medium, and she started channeling my granddad, and I was kind of like, why are you doing that? Like, why would you? We need to go to the highest source. We need to know. It's not about kind of the chit chat. It's not about the really asking the questions, why is this information coming through? Is this the recreation of divine order? Is this what is needed right now? And what I'm getting from the goddess is that there is the remembrance of infinity, the infinite abundance. And she's very specific. This is infinite abundance, which is cyclical. So if you think about our consumer culture, which is very much about there is an end to things, people can buy, but they don't know when to stop. But when you can buy and buy, but then there's an end to it. The correct divine order of the universe is infinite abundance in a cycle, in a spiral, which recreates and reprocesses. And she is all of the energetic work that Derek and I have been doing up until this point has been about connecting the points to recreate the cycle, to recreate the circuitry that the energy will flow for infinite abundance. And now that this is coming through, and really I wanted to make this video as a message of hope, that the garden, we won't see it immediately, we'll feel it energetically first, but this infinite abundance, the codes of infinite abundance are returning into this circular system, the circular timeline, and the circuitry that, just like your heart pumps the blood around your body, returns to the heart. And this loving interaction, this synchronicity of all the systems, it's like the whole of the earth is a bodily system, a pulsing living being, and it's returning the circuitry. So just like the parts of it haven't been connected, and all this energetic work we've been guided to do through the councils have been setting up this circuitry. And now the message is coming through from the trees that it's ready to come down.
Yes. Very well put, Emily. Yes. And the energy of the cosmos is important. And these energies that came back, and by the way, we did open the portals and at Babylon, and the energies are coming back in. And these energies haven't been in this earth for a very, very long time. Very long. Yes, you want to say something?
I just
I
want to say
I see your hand going, so I know.
I was just tuning in with the energy, the kind of the spiraling down, the gridding in of the energy. I want to just say that let's anchor in this hope, right?
Yes.
I really want to anchor in this hope. I know that as people, we have got an energetic role to play, to tune in with our relationality with the trees, like our ancestors. They've seen life before us and they will see life beyond us very much. So their time span is beyond us. And one of the reasons I first started connecting with trees is because they have this wise energy, which is like timeless energy. I've particularly been connecting with the yew tree at the moment. Now, that's no coincidence. The yew tree is about huge transitions, ancestral healing, completely rewriting patterns from the beginning and what's happening, the rewriting, the return to Babylon, the return to Eden, and the clearing and the rewriting beyond that. So it feels so potent at the moment. And I honestly feel that not enough is spoken of the language, the narrative of where we're going. And I just want this transmission to be the bridge over that troubled water right now and just hold that.
Well, as we know, there was a lot of codes came down as well from the universe down into the earth, and the goddess got some codes, and these codes are important for humanity to move forward as well. So we need these codes, and this is old codes that's been up there for a long time and well protected. So this is going to have have a fair effect on the earth that this is happening. And I'm sure you can tune into it. The people that do meditation and things, I'm sure that you can tune into it now, and you will realize what the difference is.
Yeah.
Because it
Absolutely.
is a huge difference. I can feel the difference, and I feel the difference of the energy going through. And look, as I speak, my hair's standing on end. Just to confirm that what I'm saying is absolutely correct. But
Oh,
you
yeah,
need to feel
absolutely.
it for yourself, and going to the trees and standing by the trees is one way of connecting into all this.
Yeah. And I just want to share as well that, me and Derek have, for a while, we've been having, why are we working together? What what is the connection? And so we've taken our souls back to this time. Me and Derek have traced our souls, past lives back to the Garden of Eden. And it's no coincidence that I'm representative of the feminine, Derek of the masculine. The both of the energies are needed for this recreation right now, and that's how we're working. And yeah, I also feel to say as well that this is we are able to find out who we are as well. It's much more. We were working in the dark, and it was been so important over these past 3 years to ascertain soul sovereignty and spiritual sovereignty with one another. To
Yeah,
really really check out the somatic listening, and the there's been times where we've had to clear each other's systems and channels, and really double check the work, and cross reference each other, um, and now just reaching this point where, yeah, this point of arrival really, and just noticing where we are. And it's really,
exactly.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, me being a man, I know how important female energy is coming into this earth. And I've been told this, oh, 30, 40 years ago, that the female energy is so important for the earth. And it's been subdued, it's been used, and it's been abused in so many ways. And it still is being used and abused. But we as as we were doing the work, we've done a lot of work on this as well. And taking the female energy so that it balances out one another. And it's all about balance. And we have to be balanced, because if we're not balanced, we won't get anywhere. So this is why it's so important for the female energy to come back into the earth, and the female energy to take her energy and love that energy, and realize the ability that she has with this energy. And she needs to
That's a,
do that.
that's a whole other transmission that
Yes.
that we that we're going to do, that I'm going to bring through the goddess Mother Earth, really talking about womb energy and the vortex which is created when that energy is siphoned. But that's a whole different transmission.
Yes, that's a whole different thing. But I'm just saying this is why the energy is coming through that portal just now, the female and the male, because we need balance, and it has to be balanced out and
Complete.
completely balanced. And when it gets completely balanced, this is going to change humanity and the way we think and the way we move forward. And we'll move forward a lot faster when we come to terms with this. And this is what is needed, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh,
question about it. It's
absolutely.
going to happen.
Absolutely. And so thank you so much, Derek, for sharing that today and coming on with me to kind of just share that little piece of what we've been doing. Um, yeah, let's do our next transmission all about that female energy, because I
Yeah,
think it'll be so supportive to many women and many men listening around how to recognize their own femininity that may have been um, interfered with or damaged in some ways, and how to reclaim that. And people don't really think about like womb healing and the trees and nature together, but actually Mother Earth is such a key ally for for womb healing and for female energy work. Really connect my womb healing work with her so deeply. Thank you so much, Derek, and thank you for thank you for everything that we've done just this
Absolute
week.
pleasure to speak to you, Emily, as normal. And it's great that we get this contact together. And I'm so pleased that we're doing this work together, because for me, it is very important, and for you, it's important too. So we work well together, so not a problem.
Wonderful. Oh, thank you so much, Derek. And yeah, we'll see you next time. If you have any questions at all for Derek or I, just please post them underneath the video. We absolutely love to receive them. And
Yes.
or any suggestions about things. We have got lots of comments from people saying that we go into too much depth and it goes too deep. And sometimes it happens, and but it'd be really nice if we could unpick that in a way. That would be really supportive to us.
Yes. And we would like your feedback and to see what you feel about this too. And what do you really want us to talk about as well? Because that's important too, for you
Absolutely.
and for other people. So thank you, Emily. We'll speak to
Oh, you are
you.
so welcome. Thank you,
Welcome.
Derek.